Well, first of all, credit Yale for really coming out in that first quarter. They were phenomenal. I mean, I told the team in the quarter break after the first quarter that I go, guys, we're going to give up 100, and sure enough, yeah, they had 25 points, and they were hitting everything. I thought again they were really aggressive offensively, and I didn't think our defense was bad. But again, we talk all the time right now of the difference between just sort of being there and basically doing our job and really doing our job to the best of your ability. There's a difference between contest and really contest. There's a difference between pressure and really being there for pressure, stepping over hard and making a steal versus just sort of token being there. And again, we upped our level of defense, and that made it so much harder for Yale. And then that changed the whole face of the game. And so again, I was proud of our offense. Again, Alexa Coulombe sitting next to me with 5 assists, 1 turnover, and 12 rebounds. Again, just really gave us a huge performance and didn't get a lot of breaks out there in terms of minutes. So again, it was a great team effort. We ended up with 21 assists to 12 turnovers, and that's something that we really pride ourselves on is offensive efficiency, sharing the basketball. And so again, I'm really proud of our team. We continue to respond, and hopefully this will be a good push into playing the number 3 team in the nation here on Thursday.
You really got a lot inside. 12 rebounds for Alexa. You get 19 from Ariella, another 9 points for Katie in there. What allowed that kind of success inside today?
Lex, you were a big part of it.
I think we worked a lot in practice this week on there. I've had a lot of turnovers in the high-low pass alone, and I think making them know that you can, like Coach says, yo-yo them, so fake them in and pass it out. They have to worry about the outside shooter. Allows the post to be open more because they don't know exactly what you're going to do every time. And I think just catching and being really ready to make that quick pass, because that's what was open more. It wasn't waiting and seeing if they were there, and then also skipping it so they had to play both and they couldn't read you as much.
What are you reading in that situation when the ball comes into you? Is there one specific defender?
Yeah, the help side. So I'm just trying to see if the help is coming off the wing, and if it is hard, then I can skip it to usually our point guard that's in the corner. So, yeah.
Yeah, I knew she'd be able to answer that one better than I. Yeah, very good. Yep. You wanted to know. She got you.
Speaking of point guards, Marty had a big fourth quarter. It seemed like to really help spur you guys offensively. Did you have to say anything to her at halftime?
Yeah, we told her to take a deep breath. Marty had a couple ACC games against 2 of the best point guard defenders in the country, both at Virginia Tech and at Florida State. And so, I think her confidence was down a little bit. Again, she won't necessarily show it. She's a great kid, her energy, her character, but you can kind of tell when she plays tight, And so we just said, Marty, just go take a deep breath. And you saw her come out with a little bit more of the swagger in the second half. And when she just went by a couple people and got to the rim, then she starts feeling better. Our attack gets better in transition. That's when our shooters start getting open, right? So, look, we don't have the kind of team where one person can just carry us, right? We need our point guard play and our wing play and our power forwards and our centers all to be on the same page and basically doing their job to the best of their ability. And so, again, obviously getting our point guard going again was great.
Alexa, what have you seen in terms of how Mariella has developed down low? Especially, it seemed like today she was really doing a good job of getting that positioning established early on possessions down low.
I think I've talked a lot with Mariella about she had to stop being a freshman pretty quickly. She's a key part of our offense. I think she realized after our first ACC games how much tougher she's going to need to get, and she's done a great job responding to that. She worked really hard in practice. Same with Katie. I think they realized that they can't get away with a lot of the steals and the post-up they were getting at the beginning of the season. So working to get that position early, and then sealing when I get the ball top, it's always working. So they can't take any time off because then they lose their position, and it just kind of doesn't work.
And I'll just echo that Alexa's movement, and first of all, she's been a great mentor to these young post players, and Katie last year and this year, and then Mariella this year, so she's got 2 of them. But also her, again, those 5 assists were almost all to the post players. And so her movement and cutting and sense of timing and some of those reads, having a senior who can put them in good position makes a big difference. And so once again, it's a team game, and as good as those players are, they're only as good as the people that are passing them and setting them up. So it was a really good performance.
You end up with 37 minutes on the floor.
Yeah. I'm good. Can't really feel my legs, but that's fine. They'll come back. No, I'm good. It was fine.
Day off tomorrow. So
yeah.
You guys had some real heavy screens out there today too.
Something Lex can tell you we've been working on as well.
Yeah, I mean, we made the switch in the second half to switch. Four was setting those screens. Yeah, it's getting back to your player quick. It's, I have to hedge hard so that so the guard can recover. It's really, you count on your teammates, because if I'm hedging, my girl's open, someone has to help. Get back as quickly as you can. If anyone in that system doesn't go hard, it kind of messes the whole thing up.
Yeah, I love it. She assumed you were talking about defensive screens, right? And so I think were you talking about our screens on offense?
Oh.
Right. So yeah, no, I
Okay.
like that.
Well,
I like
too.
that, right? No. And both were important. Is that Yale sets a lot of really, really good screens, and I love that. I've got a defensive-minded senior right here. Yeah, exactly. Maybe, right? But again, offensively as well, I thought our post players did a good job of freeing up our guards, and our guards did a good job of freeing up our post players. You saw we took, I think, 3 charges on that back screen, right? Exactly, and that adds up to free throws, and very quickly, and fouls on some of their best players. So again, I was proud of our players for hanging in there and not kind of wimping out of the screen, but just hanging in there, taking the charge. And we give them a charge card for it. Actually, they get a little charge master, like a master charge, and they get to post in their locker. It's kind of a badge of courage or whatever. So those are legitimate charges. When you set a great screen, you get knocked over like that.
Who's leading in the charge card category right now?
It's Nicole, and she'll
Yeah.
remind you of that. But Kaylee's right there,
Yeah.
and there's lots of people trying to chase her. But Nicole's pretty competitive, and she's pretty
She
good at it
gets the
too.
quick ones, yeah.
Gotta develop a flop over too.
Nah, I'm not a big fan of the flop, but cutting people off and taking the contact is a great thing. So good for them.